Okay, so we've covered the basics of formatting, which means changing the way something looks, so making it look better and easier to read, and we've done some adding up using our the basic formula equals cell reference plus cell reference plus cell reference, and our auto sum formula. Okay, so in this tutorial let's look at making some charts. Now let's say I want to create a chart for my tutor group and how many students I've got in each year. So I select the data that I want. Now I have to have that blank cell there at A2 because I can't get my name otherwise, or I could do it like that and add it to the label. So you select the data that you want, you go to Insert, and you'll see your different chart types. Essentially you'll in school you'll be really sticking with columns and pies. Simple column, click on it and we will get a basic graph where you can see the x-axis along the bottom and the y-axis along the side. We have this thing here which says Series 1, which doesn't tell us anything on this particular graph, so I'm going to delete it. And once I've got my graph selected, you see these green chart tools appear. So these are, I can change the way it looked if I wanted to. I can go to Layout, and this is an important place. So Title. You always want a title on a graph, so we put that there. Number of students in YLG. Now if you're doing this exercise, by all means change the tutor groups to match your own and make the graph for your own tutor group. As well as the chart title, we have axes titles. So the horizontal, which is the x-axis, so we could call that year groups, and the vertical axis, which is the y-axis, we shall call that, so it's just number of students, isn't it? Oops. Okay. Right, I'm not sure how I did that, but that's good. We can change our labels. If we click on them, we can go to our Home tab and we can make them bold. We can make them in different colours. Let's make those blue, shall we? There we go. So you can do different things with those. Okay, so that is my first simple graph. Format, there you go, you can change the shapes of things. So that's the shape of the fill of the graph, so it makes it so it matches. Although now I've lost my axes, so that wasn't so great. So let's change that back. Okay, and still on so you can see all the different things you can play around with, making them look nice. And I'm going to go to my design, and you've got here Move Chart. So I'm going to go Move Chart, I'm going to put it into a new sheet, call it YLG, and click OK. And it's going to disappear. Well, no, it's not going to disappear. It'll disappear from here, where the data is, but it becomes a new chart there. Okay, so suppose I wanted to make a pie chart. Okay, well I could do exactly the same. So select the data, insert the pie, okay, insert pie, and the same rules apply. I need a title. Now this time my legend does make sense. Let's go to my layout to get my title. So same thing. I won't write it now, but you'll get the point. You also have on a pie chart, well, and on the other chart actually, data labels. Data labels show the numbers or the percentages. So for example, if I press on here, Centre, you'll see the numbers from here appear. Okay, and on a pie chart it's quite useful, if we go to more data label options, it's quite useful to have the category name and sometimes the percentage. Okay, so if you just pull that out of the way so you can see. So now we can see it much more clearly what everything is. So click Close. So always look for data labels on a pie chart. Okay, so design and move, let's call it YLG pie. Okay, there we go. Right, now what about if we want to do more than one tutor group at a time? Well, let's be really easy and we'll have Mr. Astor's and my tutor group. So they're next to each other, so I can just pull those down like that. In fact, I could take Mr. Greaves as well. Okay, and I'll do insert the column. and you can see what's happened here. The legend now makes some sense because it goes a colour according to which tutor group, and we can do all the same things that we would do before. Add our chart, label our axes. Okay, always remember to do those. Okay. Now, if you try and make a pie chart with more than 2 sets of data, it won't work. Okay, you can't make pie charts with more than 2 sets of data. Okay, the general rule in school would be you'll be asked for a pie chart, and if you're not asked for a pie chart, make a column chart. But what about if I want to make a chart with all of the tutor groups and all of the totals, or the year groups and the totals? But I don't want all of this data in between, because if I do this, let's have a look at this. This is going to make me not very easy to see, not very easy to read. Okay, and that's not what I want. So if you want data that is not next to each other, let's say I want Mrs. Rose's tutor group, you have to hold down the control key. So select the first piece of data, i.e. the year groups, then hold down control on the keyboard and then select the second set of data. Then you can let go of control, and that now is that is now the the range of students, the number of students in each year in YCR. Okay, and that's the same for a pie chart. So we can have year, and hold down control. We can have the totals, and we can make a pie chart because we've got 2 sets of data. And that now shows the total number of students. We should remind you about your data labels. We'll have the value and the category name. There we go. Total number of students in each year in the whole of Yellow House. Okay, so that's some graphing for you.